Hey guys, it has been a long time. It has. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, I miss you guys too. Hello. How's everybody been? I have been getting my life together. I have been creating boundaries and taking time for myself, and it's been great. It's been great. Yeah, Ricky, you can join the list. I'm doing things different now, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of mixed emotions about YouTube. So that's another reason why I've been kind of away for a little bit. So I think I'm doing things a little differently today. I don't think I'm gonna be taking like personal questions. I've been thinking about this in my head all day. So Mercury in retrograde, let me try to figure out the words to say it. I'm probably gonna have like 3 different type of questions that people can choose from. And then if you want a personal question, that will be a donation. And I'll still be doing the $11 special that I'm normally doing here, but instead of a time-wise, it's going to be spread-wise, if that makes sense. Probably like a 9 to 10 card spread. So how long that takes, whatever. I'm also changing my private services. I've definitely still been doing privates, which I'm always gonna love. My Cash App, let's see, check that for you. But yeah, so for my free list, I think what I'm gonna do, new subscribers, I'm gonna let them ask a personal question for free for their first time. But for anybody else who wants free questions, it's gonna be a decision between a general, what energy is coming this month for you, or oh God, what was the last one? I had it in my head. I think it's like the choice of cards dealing with dealing with present or future energy, which will kind of probably more involve advice and what's coming your way. So whoever is down for that. And you guys, Mercury in retrograde as an air sign tends to affect my technology. So if I freeze a little bit, I'm sorry. It's been giving me the most problems today, so. I'm glad you love it. I know there's not many people in here right now, but I want to give my little spiel on partly why I'm going down this road. Okay, perfect. Why I'm partly going down this road right now is because I think a lot of readers feel it, but they're not going to say it when it comes to YouTube. There tends to be a lot of people who hop on and just want to get free questions instead of really investing in their reader. And there's multiple ways you can invest in your reader. It does not have to be paying wise, but you definitely want to reciprocate the energy. A lot of readers are getting frustrated because they feel like it's not being reciprocated. And I was definitely one of them. It also deals with sharing sharing any YouTube reader's like page, commenting on their posts, not just liking. The comments actually help with more people being able to see it. So yeah, I was getting a little frustrated, feeling like I was draining a lot of freaking energy on here and it wasn't really being reciprocated, even though I was doing really well with my privates. So that was another reason why I took a step back, but can't stay away for too long. I missed you guys. Let's see. Who in here can help me with a list today? Anybody? Sammy! I didn't even see you up there. Maybe Varsity, if you could, or Jen or Sydney, someone start a list for me. I know Ricky's probably going to be on there first, but actually, Jaka's going to be on there first because she just did a donation. And then Ricky. Yeah, Kay, you absolutely can. Let's see. All right. Me, of course, Jen. Jaka, if you want to put your question down for me. A tea is in order. Like spilling tea or like actual tea? Or do you mean my Jesus juice? Celebratory tea. Jaka, you want to drop your question? I'll just kind of incorporate your general in your spread. It's probably going to pull up general information anyway, so. Drinking tea. Got me talking about liquids, so now I need some wine. I'll be right back. Okay. You want a general love reading. Okay, so you want your 10 card, because I'm not with the generals, I'm not doing like general love, general this, that. It's literally just straight up general, whatever spirit wants to tell you. So do you just want a general, or do you want me to just add more cards to your other spread? I feel like either I'm not getting your words as quickly. Add more cards. Okay. Cool. Okay, Spirit. What do you have in general? Ooh, child. Too many cards. Give me one more. So we'll just start with present energy since that seems to be the most important to you. So we've got the moon here in head space and heart space. We've got the 7 of cups, and then in action space, we have the 6 of cups. So I know you want to know about love, but right now I'm not getting as much love as I'm getting. Maybe this could be the person that you're wondering about, or this could be you. But with the moon being in the head space, that to me just signifies that there's some things that you're not fully aware of. There's some things going on behind the scenes that you have, like, I want to say missing holes in the story or missing holes information. So I think that's where a lot of your anxiety is coming from headspace wise. You just don't know where things are going, where they're not going. This person is not being 100% open with you about how they're feeling, even though I think you have a pretty good intuition of how they're feeling. So with that being said, I want to tell you to definitely take that into account. Your intuition is literally a walkie-talkie to the other side, and they're telling you by feeling. You just have to figure out how to differentiate how your mind, what your ego's saying, is from versus your soul. Does that make sense? I'm sorry. I'm like really bad with speaking during Mercury retrograde, but you have to figure out what is it going on in my head and what is it going on in my intuition. Like, what are they trying to tell me? I'm going to pull one more card for that and just see if they can give me a little bit more information. Okay. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles, and then we've got the 10 of Swords. So the 10 obviously is the number of completion. Well, 9 is, but 10 is also like the beginning, the rebirth after the completion. So 10 of Pentacles here is that happy family life, but it could also just mean having all of your things in order. And I think part of the reason why you're so focused on this love situation is because there's other areas in your life right now that you're not putting your focus on. And well, gotta love spirit. With that being said, I'm going to continue with my last statement. There are other areas in your life right now that you're not being focused on. And the problem here with that is alignment is extremely important. So if you are not cleaning up other areas in your life and you are solely, you absolutely can actually, you're solely focusing on this love situation, you're not giving energy to other situations. And if those are out of whack, that can make other things in your life be out of whack. For example, love. Maybe spirit is trying to tell you that right now you need to be working on your finances. You need to be working on your career. You need to be working on the things that are going to make you stable and independent in yourself. And when you do that, you will have better intuition, because 1 + 8 is 9. So that's completion. And you will be ending karmic cycles or areas in your life that seem really difficult right now. Those are going to end. So make sure that you're not just focusing on what someone else can do for you or what a situation can be for you with dealing with somebody else. Really be working on yourself. That makes sense. All right, Sydney. Catch you later. Good night, love. All right, here we go. We've got the 7 of Cups in the heart space. That is all about confusion. That is all about a lot of options. That's also about procrastination. So if you're feeling like this makes it for you and not the other person, that lets me know that there's some things that you're procrastinating on, and you have a really complex decision to make when it comes to this person. So with that being said, listen once again to your intuition. All this confusion is literally coming from your ego. So I think they're just going back to like your headspace is just really blocking your heart space right now. Maybe this person that you're talking to right now is being really great and you can't see it due to past fears that are going on in your life, or past situations that you've had in love, or past situations you might have had with this individual. Yeah. And it's causing you I don't want to say heartbreak, but it's causing you some issues. It's causing you some issues. And maybe you're going to cause yourself heartbreak by being so confused because you're not really taking the time to really figure out what you need in this moment and if this person can provide that for you. We also have the 2 of Swords, which is indecision. So I think you're going back and forth about this person. Like you're not sure if they're fully being honest in the direction you want to take this relationship. So I hope that resonates. And I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. As far as the 6 of Cups. All right. So this is all literally stemming back to you. I love how each section just kind of goes right together. So you have the 6 of Cups. Sometimes I see that as reconciliation. Right now I see that as you healing childhood wounds. That is probably causing the issues in your heart space. Oh, it makes sense, Ricky. Typically people are drawn to the same reader, to the same energy of other people. So you're just vibrating with her right now. So if you can take something from this, take something from this. It's clarified by the Empress. So Spirit is literally telling you get into your Empress energy. And that's literally about loving yourself. That's independence. That's all of that. You are so confused because partly you don't know what you deserve. You're not sure if you deserve it or if you're going to get it. And I think you are overanalyzing this situation right now. I think you just need to breathe and let things flow naturally the way that they are. And while that situation is flowing naturally, you do need to be taking action in other areas of your life, family life, healing those childhood wounds that might have come from conditioning, healing those wounds that might have been coming from conditioning in your friend circle, and also really focusing on your career and getting your money together. Because let's be honest, if the boxes are checked off in all the other areas, if you're making good money, if your career is solid, if you're comfortable, if you're enjoying your life, love won't be such an issue. It won't be such a big deal to you. It'll be a bonus. And that's what it's supposed to be, because you really can't get love from anybody else until you fully love yourself and you're in a position that you need to be. So when it comes to the confusion going on with this individual, Spirit wants you to know right now, it's about you, boo. Because I'm not getting that there's anything crazy going on with this person. I feel like it's a lot of overthinking on your part. And they might be feeling the same energy too. They might be overthinking too, but I feel like it's a lot of overthinking on your part right now. So Spirit, let's get 6 more cards. Can you dive into exactly what's going on with this energy with this person? All right. So this is someone that I feel like is from your past. Ooh, this came out again. Why did those come out together? Because of you. It's you. So the first card we have here in the headspace is renewals. And it's clarified by the Tower, which is also just life change. Towers aren't always bad, but this is obviously about changing this current situation. So it definitely was in a not so great place before. And I think maybe things are going better because I don't see anything crazy in this area of the spread. But I think you are sabotaging and second guessing it because of what this person has done in the past. No, it's not, Phantom. It's not. Can you clarify Emperor? Okay, so King of Cups, 9 of Swords. I mean, everything seems really good on his end right now. Oh my gosh, everything seems pretty good on his end. I'm not getting any bad energy from him. Because we have the Emperor. He's in his Emperor energy. He's getting his shit together. And then we have it clarified by the King of Cups. So he wants to bring you love. Maybe he's not communicating in the right way. And that honestly is not a spiritual thing. That's just a communication thing between people in general. And this is not the best time for communication. So that could also be another reason why you're kind of going back and forth. But you do have some anxiety in the heart space. I think you're really scared of love right now. And that just lets me know that you really need to be working on yourself to get out of that energy, because that could eventually lead to where we have in the ending space, in your action space, the 3 of Swords came out again with the 2 of Swords. So indecision, your action is just halting you. And then we have you reverse, Queen of Cups. So really it looks like the person who's kind of like halting the situation is you. Because we also have the Page of Cups, which is a relationship begins a new phase. I think you're just scared, hun. And maybe you don't feel that. Maybe it's a subconscious thing. He's scared to talk to you. I think he's scared to talk to you because you're apprehensive. I think he's just as confused as you are because he doesn't know where this is at. And this all literally goes back to communication. There's a lot of, literally there's just water and air. Water and air. So I think, oh, whose birthday is it tomorrow? Happy birthday. Oh, Jen. Anyways, yeah, I mean, it just looks like there's just a lot of communication problems and a lot of apprehensiveness. So until you are confident and solidified, you're not going to attract the energy of someone who is confident or solidified in how they feel or grounded in how they feel. And I feel like he's confused because he doesn't know where you stand. And he's probably also feeling guilt from past situations. And he just doesn't know how to communicate that. Right now it's a new moon in Pisces. Pisces tend to have a really bad time with confronting situations. They tend to draw back. And I think you are the type of person who tends to, you're probably a lot like me, want to have that communication, want to talk about it. You have to give him some time to breathe. You have to give yourself some time to breathe and figure out exactly what you want, because you're not seeing it all. There are some things that are behind the scenes. So let's see, what's behind the scenes? Is there anything you can tell me that's behind the scenes? Me. What's behind the scenes with this situation? It's a new beginning. It's healing. The world, ending of difficult situations, a rebirth. And then we have the 6 of Cups again. And now I see this as, coming together and healing things between the two of you. So my advice would be, with all that being said, work on yourself. And I feel like I say this to people a lot. And I feel like when I get readings, they say that a lot. And I think it's just the key to life. Work on yourself. Because the sooner you can navigate your life and get the fog from your life, you'll be able to navigate this situation. Because it looks like it's heading in a good direction. Just right now, there's a lot of, I want to go. I don't want to move. I'm going to stand here. I'm not going to do anything. And if both of you are in that energy, you're not doing anything to make things progress, they're just going to be halted. Be glad that right now you guys are kind of communicating, because there's some people who aren't even talking to the people that they love and they care about currently. Exactly. Start with the man in the mirror. They're not even sure about what's going on in their life right now. So I think the both of you just have some communication issues you need to sort out. And that's not going to happen until you start quieting that ego a little bit. And it might help just to get other things in order so you feel confident enough to be able to do that. Michael Jackson said. All right, I'm going to give you one more card. I can't make this shit up. Ego, which is also the devil card, but we've been talking about ego, so ego. And release. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I hope that helped you, love. Because they're being very, very, very outspoken right now. Like, release the ego, release the ego. That's hilarious. All right, Ashley, since you are brand new, I am going to let you have a specific question today. So what would you like to ask me? You're welcome. I know it's a mini reading, so it's really hard to get super in depth, but I know you probably were wanting more information on him and how he's feeling, but it looks like they're saying you're kind of the big block right now. He's just kind of feeding off your energy currently. I have a Gemini moon too. Which is funny. Interesting that you say you're shy. I mean, I'm a combo of both. I trained myself how to not be too shy. But Geminis tend to be very talkative people, especially with Gemini moons. So. Knight of Cups tried to pop out. Okay, Two of Cups, Justice. Two Cups in the head space. Justice in the heart space. Come on. I need one more for the action space that's not like doing the most. Dear Cups. Okay. So I'm curious why Justice popped up. That's interesting. So I'm gonna have to pull on that. But let's see what's going on in the headspace with these Two Cups. Yeah, anxiety. I feel like you feel like this person is a soulmate, if not the soulmate. However that resonates with you. But you have the Nine of Swords. So yeah, you're definitely in your head. So Spirit is basically telling you you're being in your head too much about it. One thing I will say when it comes to reaching out to people, you have to get rid of the expectation that they have to respond, or they have to respond in the time that you want them to respond in. Because that's typically where the heartbreak and like the anger comes from, when it's like, oh, this person didn't reach back out to me. At the end of the day, there's a lot of shit going on with the planets. There's a lot of stuff going on with people in general. Everybody's going through it. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people are going through it. So if you were to reach out and this person didn't reach back, it might not necessarily mean that they don't want to talk to you. It just might mean that they have a lot going on. But right now I see like in your headspace, Spirit saying you are just overthinking it. So we have Justice, the Chariot, and the Queen of Swords. So to me, Justice is balance. Justice is getting apologies, things like that. But in this context, in the heart space, I feel like justice is receiving things as well. And I feel like with them telling you, giving you the Chariot, and also giving you the Queen of Swords, which is obviously, the Queen of Swords is like the best with communication. And the Chariot is just about action, like taking it and doing it and getting recognition for it. I, in my heart of hearts, feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to reach out to this person. But just make sure that you're communicating smoothly, because we all know this is not the best time for communication. Can we clarify the Three of Cups? Balance. Okay. King of Swords. All right. Can we clarify the King of Swords? Knight of Cups. All right. So with that being said, in the action space, I do think the Three of Cups is a celebration card. I do think you will have a good outcome, but the outcome might not necessarily be in the way that you want it. Like, I think you'll get a response. But this person right now, I think just there needs to be balance either in their life, your life, or both of your lives, or together. And with that being said, he came out as the Knight of Swords, which is great. That's communication. Like, that's fantastic. But the King of Swords can sometimes be very cold and detached. So you might not feel like he is that interested. But with that being said, this came out right after the King of Swords, which is the Knight of Cups. So that lets me know that he is interested. That lets me know there is some emotion. He just might not be the best person with communicating his emotion. He might be pretty shy himself, to be honest. So with that being said, I think you should definitely reach out. I think you should get rid of any attachments that make you feel like they have to reach out in a timely manner, or they have to reach out in this way. And if you feel like he's being a little dry or a little closed off, it's just a part of his personality. And I think he's the type of person, quite like you, that until you really are communicating frequently and you're taking down those walls and really getting to know each other, until then, he's not going to be like the lovey-dovey, expressive person. Scorpio, Sagittarius, I see not a single fire sign in this spread. I see the Knight of Cups, which Knight of Cups to me is a water sign, but I have no idea what the Sagittarius's birth chart is like, so they might have the water in there, but right now I'm leaning towards the Scorpio. So yeah, I think that you should reach out. And if you are in indecision, that's a great time to not have any attachments to one particular person. So if you reach out to him and he doesn't respond, don't feel any type of way. You have a whole nother person that you're trying to figure out too. And I think that's also probably what they mean by balance, especially when it comes to relationships, which Three of Cups is a relationship card. You have to find the balance on exactly what you want. And if you don't know what you want right now in life, nobody can give it to you. So I would suggest that you really start to, just like Jacob, focus on yourself, get other areas in your life together, and everything else will unfold. But reaching out to him, I don't think it's going to hurt. Not at all. I typically snack when I go live, so I'm surprised I'm not eating right now. But I hope that helped you, Ashley. I honestly don't see any problems with reaching out to this person. I think you just might not fully understand how they either reach back out to you or how long it takes for them to reach back out to you. But that's not a big deal. He's just someone who's very emotionally detached. All his emotions are hidden under, and it probably is not going to spill out until you guys get to a place where he feels comfortable enough to do that. So just take it day by day. You're welcome. Okay, who's next? I had fried cod and mashed potatoes and vegetables. Oh, Sammy, it's you, love. What you want to know, Sammy? Or is it Ricky? I think it's Ricky. I take that back. Ricky, what would you like to know? A general. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't get to use this deck enough. Let's do this thing. Okay. Ricky would like to know. Like a general, just general. Spirit, can I get one for the headspace? Just a general. Heart space. Oh, okay. Okay. Good energy. Okay. There's a lot of love stuff going on, man. Just a lot. And you said this is your boyfriend, so you guys are actually dating. Have you guys been having any type of like arguments or issues to any extent? So it's a very interesting spread for somebody who's already dating somebody, because in your headspace you have the Fool. Let me see if I can. Yeah, your headspace you have the Fool. In your heart space you have the Star card, and then in the action space there is the Six of Cups. So obviously it's not reconciliation. To me, that's healing when it comes to a relationship. So what's going on with this Fool card? I was like, have you guys been having issues? What comes up? The Five of Wands with the Hierophant. So to me, the Hierophant is already an established relationship. Ah, that makes sense. Because we got the Five of Wands with the Hierophant. So I feel like, I feel like Spirit is saying to take a leap of faith. If you have any reservations, especially stemming from the past that you guys have had, probably from breaking up, this Hierophant with the Five of Wands, release that. Release it. I feel like a lot of us are standing in our own ways right now. In very similar stories, for sure. So there's anything that's just, it's your ego. If there's anything negative just popping up in your head, it's your ego. Trust your intuition. It is your best friend. And you'll know the difference. You feel an intuition. Your ego, you hear. So Spirit is saying take a leap of faith in your headspace. So basically get out of your head. We have the Star card, Hope, with the Ten of Cups. So in the heart space, I feel like you hope that things are going to work out and you're not going to have any more issues in the future. I feel like you really want this family life, like marriage, all of the above. And it's in your heart space. You're really, really, really wanting that right now. I'm going to get one more card because I want to know why they're telling me that. It's not exactly advice or anything. Woo! The wheel. Things are changing. Why are things changing? What's changing? A new beginning. So I think they're just really telling you that things have changed since you guys have last broken up. You don't believe in marriage? You do? Hey, there's marriage and there's common law marriage. If you're together with somebody for 10 years at least, you're considered married in America. So he might want the marriage, but you definitely want that family life. And it kind of just comes with the package, girly. But yeah, it looks like things have really changed for the better. Like he's evolved. You've evolved. And Spirit's saying this is just a whole new leaf to turn over. Don't worry about the past. Get rid of it. And that's probably why the Six of Cups is in the final stages of healing. You guys are healing together, which is beautiful. Justice. Yeah, like things are being balanced out. Justice from being left in the cold. Justice from past situations. You guys are healing. So whenever you heal, things aren't cute, right? Like say you got a scrape. It's not going to heal beautifully. It's going to scab over. It's going to be pretty gross for like a week or 2 weeks. And the same thing is with a relationship with somebody. When you are healing from past hurt, especially trying to start create a new platform, it's going to be it's going to be a little bumpy. It's going to take time to fully heal. So I think what you guys really need to be working on is communicating as best as you can. If there's anything, there's anything from the past that is still in your mind that's still hurting you, I think you need to sit down and have a conversation with him about it. And I think he needs to do the same with you, right? Like you guys just need to take time, maybe go out to dinner together on a date in a quiet place and really sit down and be like, let's put it all on the table. talk about what happened in the past, and let's move on from it. Let's figure out a plan that in the future, if any type of situation pops up like this again, we know how to navigate it. I think it's all about communicating at this point and getting out of your head and stop thinking about the past. So you guys have some healing work to do together, and I think you'll be able to do it. You just have to be very open-minded. You have to be patient. He has to be patient. It's when it comes to love, everybody wants it, but it's a two-person job. So you're not fully in control of it. You have to give your 50. He has to give his 50. And I see that you're getting over it. I mean, the healing card wouldn't be in the action space if you weren't, but I think that that's a conversation that you two need to have. I think you need to get it out and let them know that this is still bothering me. And there's still some questions I have about it. I would just want to talk about it and then never have to deal with it again. Right? So continue to communicate. You guys are going to be fine. Hey, I love tarot. So if you're a new subscriber, you get... I'm glad. I hope that helped you, Ricky. If you're a new subscriber, you're more than welcome. You get pushed up to the front of the list, and you're more than welcome to ask whatever question you want. But after today, any specific questions in any chat that will come into is going to be donation-based. And then I will have 3 questions that you'll be able to choose from for free. So, oh, thank you. All right, I love tarot. Shoot a question at me. What do you want to know? You're welcome, Ricky. What's coming towards you in love? Everybody wants to know about love. Actually, I'm going to do this step. Sammy, you're the weirdest Leo I've ever met. Leos are typically love to be the center of attention, and you are like the furthest from that. All right, let's see what's coming for love in I Love Tarot life. What's coming in? Balance. So I do see love coming. It's going to start off really small. It might even be somebody you already know. It might be a friend that you just never considered before. But Spirit's saying divine timing. So the Page of Pentacles with the 7 of Pentacles lets me know it's not coming like in the next week, right? It's going to take some time to get there. But once this new love does come in, this will definitely become a very solid foundation of a relationship, which is going to be great. But you just have to realize that it's going to take time. And I think I know why. We have Temperance and the heart space, and we have the 2 of Pentacles in the action space. So to me, it lets me know you need to have some balance when it comes to Ace of Cups. You need some balance when it comes to love. I think that normally either you haven't had a lot of experience in like really committed relationships. You haven't had a lot of them, or in your relationships, they tend to be a little bit rocky. It tends to be a little unbalanced. Hello, Jade. So I feel like Spirit's telling you, you really need to create some balance when it comes to how you love in your heart space. I mean, I don't really read zodiac signs because your birth chart has like a million in there. So it could literally just be picking up a personality trait. With that being said, the Page of Pentacles did come out. So that would be an earth sign if the card was strictly speaking about what this person is. To me, this card is just saying like it's going to start off small. It's not going to be like a a Nine of Cups situation or a Knight of Cups situation. It's Page of Pentacles is just it's not as lovey-dovey, right? It's very concrete. It's like, this is what we're doing. We're starting off small. It's not going to be too much emotions into it. We're getting to know each other, that type of thing. So it could very well be an earth sign. I'm not seeing any other signs in here that would give me any indication, but it could just be somebody that has earth in their chart. So I wouldn't focus too much on what the sign is, but it looks like, yeah, you have, it's a little burdensome when it comes to love. Like, I feel like you've had situations and it just made you unbalanced. Like, it just wasn't the right way. And I think it made you unbalanced because you still are finding out how you want to be loved and how you want to love others. And I think that's very important to get taken care of before this new person enters your life. Let's see. So why are you stressed in the action space? I think you really want love. Oh, you want happiness. As I say that, the sun card came out. So you want happiness, but you have to understand that happiness is not in another individual. You don't need a relationship or love to live a very fruitful life. Typically, the right person in love comes to you when you realize that, when you don't feel like you need somebody. Yeah, heartbreak a lot and cheated on. It makes sense. That makes sense. And that's something as a person you have to heal, because you were in those situations to learn lessons, right? You were learning how to love yourself and what type of boundaries you wanted to put out for a person. I think you need to have very concrete boundaries before you enter another relationship of what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept, what type of person you want, what type of person you want to be for your person, which is super important. And the most important is what type of person do you want to be for yourself. So I think the second that you find the strength to really go within and heal those wounds that have put you in a position to even be able to take some of the stuff that you've taken from people, and you start healing that and find your happiness in other areas like hobbies and career and travel and things like that, that is when this person's going to enter. And it's going to be taken slow. I think I'm just getting the intuition that a lot of your relationships were kind of not slow. Like, it wasn't a solid foundation built before you guys kind of jumped in it. I think it was just kind of like a jump in the pool and not think twice about what the temperature of the water is situation. And I think they're trying to tell you to take things slow. Get stuff done with yourself. Take care of yourself. And then when you find the person, take things slow. Don't jump into it. A lot of us, that's what we do. We find someone we like. We're like, oh, this is the person. I'm going to date this person. We're going to have fun. I want to hang out with them every day. I want to talk to them every second. And you have to realize that Rome wasn't built in a day, and a house definitely wasn't built in a day. So if you don't have the foundation of the house and you're building the house on top of it, the second there's a rain, storm, or any type of bad weather, the house is going to crumble. So make sure that you're really healing things about yourself and getting yourself balanced and together and getting yourself out of the energy where love technically stresses you, so that when this person comes in, you can fully accept the situation. You can work slow and get this Four of Wands that you so definitely deserve. But just know those past relationships that you had, they weren't here to scare you or condition you away from love. They were here to teach you lessons on how to love better. You're welcome. I'm so glad that that resonated with you. I think we all deserve love, man, but the universe, it's a construct. It is a construct, and it's here to teach us things. This is not like going to Earth is not an amusement park, guys. It's not an amusement. Exactly, Sammy. Build intimacy before sex. Earth is not an amusement park. It is a job. It's a corporate building. It's school. Well, Leos have a lot of passion. It's fire sign. It makes sense. And Leos love. That is one thing I do know about Leos. But at the same time, too, a lot of my Leo male friends in particular will jump into relationships because they love, and then the spark will fizzle, or something bad will happen that just like shocks them, and then they just like want to rush out of it and jump into the next relationship. And it's not smart. That just lets you know you're not a healed person. You're taking junk from the last relationship and going into the next one. Got to take some time for yourself in between. really get to know yourself, figure out what you love, what you want, so you can attract that person. Oh gosh, Varsity. I can't talk though. I'm an Aqua Sun and an Aqua Venus, which to a lot of people it's like, so. Oh, really? Leos are very passionate people until you cross them or they feel like you crossed them, which a lot of times Leos are also very sensitive, but they hide it well and they exert it in anger. So. All right. Jade, I don't think I've ever seen you in here before. As a new subscriber, you get to skip the line and ask whatever. But typically in my chats from now on, I'll be giving people 3 questions to kind of choose from, unless they want to donate and get a 10 card spread for $11 or donate $3 for a specific question. So as long as you're a new subscriber, you will get to skip the line today and ask whatever. Well, without even pulling any cards, I can tell you right now, businesses, especially if you're starting them, they tend to start slow. I mean, that's just the nature of it. But it also has to do with what you're putting into it marketing wise and going toward. And I'm somebody who, I went to school for fashion merchandising, which is technically like the business side of it. So retail business and things like that and marketing and all of that. So I typically I'm really good with information on this, but I'm going to pull cards because I want Spirit to tell you what they want to tell you, and then I'll kind of tell you how I'm feeling after Spirit says something. Hold your question till your turn, Faith, but I'll definitely get you next. Hey, Varsity, at 9:30, can you close the list to old subscribers for me? Because I'm probably going to get off of here like 9:45, 10-ish. All right, Jade wants to know, what should she continue working on? Should she continue working on this business? Let me clarify the Queen of Swords. You're stressed, love. You're stressed. We'll have the Queen of Swords here, which the Queen of Swords to me, I mean, I'm an Aquarian, so I'm kind of a little biased. I think the Queen of Swords is a good energy to be in when it comes to business. But the Queen of Swords can also be over analytical. And I feel like that's more where this is leaning towards because it's clarified by the Two of Pentacles. You guys, I say this all the time. Energy is so powerful. Your thoughts are so powerful and your words are so powerful. If you are stressed, you're going to continue to focus on the stress. That's all you're thinking about, right? You've got to start looking at the positive. And I know that's easier said than done, but you have to start looking at the positive. Like, for example, one of the positives, you've started your own business. A lot of people don't do that. You took a leap of faith. So right there is an accomplishment in itself. You should be patting yourself on the back for that, right? Stop focusing on stress. Business is always going to be stressful. It's always going to come with it. If you learn how to roll with the punches, it's going to be a lot better. Can we clarify the Nine of Pentacles? Knight of Swords. Needing some balance. Yeah. In your heart space, you're just kind of stuck. Like, this can mean two things. So I might need you to clarify this for me. The Nine of Pentacles could be you, like this is a business you really love. You have a lot of passion for it and you want to continue to do this. This is where you want to have your livelihood from. Or because of the clarifiers that it has, this could mean that maybe it's not technically what you really want. Maybe you're doing it because you felt like it was going to be a good monetary gain. But if your passion is not all the way in it, this might not be the area you need to be in. When it comes to business, when you have a business license and all that, it's not hard to adjust your business into something that you really, really love. So if this is something you're not sure of, like if it was more of a monetary gain than a passionate gain, I can tell you right now, this energy in 2020, no ma'am, that's not going to cut it anymore these days. Your passion is in it? Okay, good. Good to know. With that being said, are you the type of person who typically feels like, maybe subconsciously feels like they're not deserving of certain things? Like, is it hard for you to receive? Because I feel like this Justice card is for yourself. I don't feel like it's because of somebody else. I feel like it's you. Yeah, you gotta get out of that mentality. You got to. You cannot have that mentality, especially when you have your own business, because you, me, anybody on this planet is deserving of the things that we are passionate about and that we love, right? And the Knight of Swords to me is swift action. It's moving fast. So I feel like there's also some more things you could be doing to make your business more profitable. So to me, they're telling me in your heart space, you need to forgive yourself and realize that you're deserving of things. And you need to swift action to get in here and cut out this Hangman energy, because it's making you stuck. It's almost like you know what you want to do, but you don't know how to go about it and where you want to go, right? Which can be really confusing, which is probably why the Three of Swords is in this action space, but I'm going to clarify to see what else. Yeah, okay. I don't mean to get personal, but are you in a relationship or were in a relationship and that ended? Or was there a business partner that you started this with? You feel really renewed from that? It might be past energy, but it might be still something subconsciously that you're doing together. Okay, so you said you're still together and you're fine. From what I see here, I mean, Three of Swords is not necessarily a breakup. It could just be some haziness, some conflict, maybe something happened in the past, because you're saying it sounds more like past energy. But I feel like this relationship I feel like there's a focus being put in this relationship that might be taking energy away from other areas in your life. Like, I know me, I have tunnel vision when it comes to love. When I get in relationships, that's all I focus on. In other areas, somebody rejected your offer to work with them. That could be it. I mean, I see discontentment here. We have the Three of Swords with the 10 of Wands, which is burdens, and the Three of Cups. And Three of Cups to me is partnership. It was a girl. I mean, it could be anything. That definitely makes sense to this, because I'm like, either this is a love situation or a business partnership. But that makes sense. You felt rejected. The Three of Swords is obviously a rejection card. I don't think you would have been content with that person at all. So I don't think that was a bad thing. First, I was like, God, the Three of Swords in the action space. No. But I think Spirit's telling you, like, you don't need a business partner. You don't need one. And that's exactly why she rejected your offer. Your spirit guides were like, nope, she cannot be in your energy. So that happened for a reason. So take that into account. Don't feel like you need somebody else to help make this business go. To me, I feel like there's still some things subconsciously that are stressing you out. It might not be on the forefront, and that's pretty indicative of the Queen of Swords, because that can be very detached. Like, there could be a lot going on, but I could literally tune it all out. So I think that you just really need to be focusing on accepting that you deserve success, You need promotion help. She was an influence. You don't need promotion help. You don't. She was an influencer. You don't need her. You don't. I think Spirit was making it very clear. You don't need that person. So don't feel bad. Don't feel rejected. Don't feel any type of way. It's going to align, but it's going to align when you accept the fact that you deserve things, that you deserve success, right? I think there's a part of you that still subconsciously like sabotages yourself, and not physically, but just mentally sabotages yourself. So what you put out is what you get back. Like if there's a sense of lack in any type of way, then it's going to come back to you. I think at the end of the day, you just need to hit the ground running. Businesses are freaking hard. But from what Spirit's telling me, you deserve it. You don't need help from anybody else. You can get it done. Here's my question to you without the cards. What are you doing? What type of business is it? And what are you doing to market yourself? Well, because I think it just comes down to just marketing, honestly. I keep hearing it in my head. It's marketing. As you type that. Gotcha. All right. With that being said, if you're willing to put money into it, there are some great social media managers that can help you with that, right? Yeah. And marketing is a big thing. If it's not marketed to anybody, then how do they know that it exists, right? You just really need to start putting more energy and more money into marketing. And I know that sounds crazy. A lot of people will put more money into their product and their space and things like that. No. You sit on the product that you have now. Don't add any more until you start putting money into marketing. You have to kind of shift your brain now. The money will flow in when people know about it. Marketing is literally the number one thing that will kill a business or make it successful. So with that being said, I think you should just shift your mindset. I know you feel like 50 to 100. She was cheap, then you really don't want her. I'm telling you, quality over quantity, right? And that with money too. Like if that $100 influencer could probably get you way more people flowing into your business than that cheap girl who didn't want to work with you, right? You have to put the money in. And I know it's hard, but when we have the mindset that we don't have the resources to do anything, it halts us. That's why that hangman energy came out. It makes us not be able to move because we don't know where to go, because we don't have what we need to make that move. You just have to do it. And maybe you can talk to somebody and see if they'd be willing to barter some things. But I think you need to be putting more energy into marketing. It is super, super important. There are tons of resources on the internet for you to look up to market by yourself. I would stay away from IG monetized posts. I heard those don't really do much. And same with Facebook. I heard Facebook doesn't really do much either for people. I think working with influencers is going down the right road. I think talking to local businesses and possibly seeing if there's anything that they could help you with or you could help them with or barter. You really got to get out and start talking to people. So if you're doing everything from behind a computer, you got to get out and you got to market. No, I didn't see anything about them. I saw nothing about product. I saw everything about your mindset and where you're at right now. So you definitely need to start putting that energy out there that you're deserving and that you're going to be successful. Law of attraction, right? Get out there, meet people, tell everybody you know about your business. These are things you can do for free right now. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope everything works out for you, Jade. And definitely, this is my Instagram. RaySP_. I would love to see your products. So definitely follow me. Yep, that's what I said. Everybody has intuition. Everybody has gifts. It's just a lot of us block them out. All right, Faith. Question, please. What's your question? Hello, beautiful you. Hey, welcome. Okay. Looks like a situation is coming, but I don't know. I'm not getting good energy from this situation. So if I were you, I would just be a little careful. In the headspace, we have the page of fire, the page of wands. It's clarified by the 10 of pentacles. So I think this person that comes in is going to be somebody who seems like they have it all, right? The money, the career, the stability, and they're going to be very appealing. And it's going to be really exciting at first, right? Then we're going to have the ace of, I can't talk today, ace of wands in the heart space. Clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So it's going to be really passionate at first, but I think the issue is going to lie with this individual is that they're actually, even though it's going to be really passionate and whimsical, they're going to kind of like retreat a little bit. And I don't mean like they're going to retreat in a way that they're just going to stop talking to you, but they're going to retreat in a way that they're not ready for commitment. Like this person is going to be very slow with commitment, but very fast with passion, which to me is like not a good energy at all. You don't want somebody who's like willing to get in the bedroom with you, but not willing to sit down and commit, right? We have the Five of Swords, which is an unwise decision, conflict, clarified by the High Priestess. So I feel like this next person that's coming in your life is somebody you won't be able to avoid. I think the energy, there's a soul contract in place. The energy is going to be so overwhelming that you guys are going to want to like connect, right? So you can't really avoid it, but you have the advice to make it through it. This is going to be a lesson relationship. And I think it has everything to do with your boundaries, knowing what you deserve and what you don't deserve, knowing what you expect from somebody and what you don't. So I feel like when you meet this person who's like, it's going to be a soul recognition type situation. You need to be very open and honest about what you want and what you don't want from the beginning. And if this person decides to walk away, baby, you learned your lesson. But if you decide like, I don't want to lose this person, so I'm just not going to tell them how I'm feeling, and then it starts to become a communication issue, it starts to become an emotional issue, it's going to be a lesson you're going to eventually learn, but it's going to take you longer and it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot more painful. But from pain is evolution. So I don't think it's a bad thing, but I think you are going to be the reason it goes one way or another. You're either going to allow this man to just do whatever, or you're going to be very stuck to your gun like, this is what I want. And I feel like you've had to learn this lesson before. So I feel like spirit is like, there's an annoyance going on in my head right now. Like spirit's like, all right, sweetheart, we're tired of teaching the same lesson over and over and over again. I think you quite like me, Faith, in the fact that energetically you know who you like want to date. Like for me, I can't just date somebody like, yeah, I can be like, oh, this person's attractive, but if I don't feel an energetic connection, I don't want them. And I feel like you're the same way. It's like that first breath type passionate feeling that you get with people, and that's how you tend to date and navigate. But you have to realize like passion may not always last. There's a reason they're in your life, but it may not always last. So the quickest way you could learn this lesson and not have to deal with this shit again and get your king of, not even your king, your emperor. Yeah, that makes sense. No, look, I'm right here with you. But with that being said, you need to tell this person up front what you're willing to deal with and what you're not. And also be willing to walk away if this person is not willing to give you what you want. Because the sooner you do that and learn your lesson, the sooner the person that you are meant to be with is going to come in, or this person can evolve into that. But maybe you have to like stick to your guns before they become that person, right? So I don't see how it's going to end. I just see right now that this is like going to be a lesson for you. And how the lesson goes is going to be dependent on your actions from the beginning. So if you're somebody who struggles with boundaries, I would say work on that right now while this person's not in your life. So when they get there, it's going to be a lot easier for you. Let me pull over a card. Yeah, this person's coming in fast, so get ready. Get ready. And there's going to be some conflict. There's going to be some confusion, a little bit of deception. It may not even be deception, just might be, it's going to take time for this to balance out into a relationship that it's supposed to, if it's supposed to go that far. But I think the big thing they're just saying is like, don't let what you see cloud your mind on what you need. So I hope that helped you out, babe. Good luck with this. This person probably has a lot of fire in their chart. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, Shay, and then beautiful you, and then I'm shutting down the list for tonight indefinitely, and I will take the other people that have been on the list since the beginning. So we'll go. Sounds good, guys. Sounds good. Absolutely, Sammy. Oh, guys, I'm changing my services this week. I'm not going to be doing time slots because sometimes I'm realizing sometimes people need the entire time slot and sometimes they don't. I think I'm going to start doing spreads. So I'm going to have a $20 spread that is going to be like this, like what I've been doing in the labs, the 10 card, possibly a couple more cards more, not including clarifiers. That'll be a $20 reading. And then any additional spread after that is going to be an additional $20. So if you want 2 spreads, and it's going to be of one topic. So a spread of past, present, or future in relationships, or past, present, and future in career, or la, 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 la. So I'm going to move into spreads. It just is going to make more sense. So I'm not like on a time constraint, nor I'm like trying to make time stretch if they paid $70 for an hour reading, right? So I think it'll be a lot more efficient for me and my clients. So y'all know that. You're welcome, Faith. Yeah, it just makes more sense time-wise and energy-wise. It just makes more sense. Shay, are you still in here? And you guys know how to reach me for readings, right? IG, I mean, you could comment section or my email. I'll post those one more time while I wait for the next person. All right, Shay hasn't responded, so beyond beautiful you, I can't remember if it was beyond you or beautiful you. If you want to post your questions. You absolutely can. Hey, Jack Cat. Long time no see. No, you didn't, Kay. I've had a lot of new subscribers popping in, so you're good, love. Yeah, I'm doing great. I just needed to take time to myself. I was getting really frustrated with YouTube, and I was getting frustrated with a lot of different things, so I just had to collect my energy. All All right, beautiful you, your general read. Let's get what's in your headspace first. Golly, everything's in your headspace, huh? Okay. So many cards. I need one card for the headspace spirit, just one. Just one. There we go. 4 of Wands. Heart space. Can we get what's in the heart space? Guess I'll take those 2 cards together. And action space. I'm going to shuffle this one more time. I feel like you have a lot of different things going on at once. And they're trying to like get as much of it as they can in these little mini spreads. And sometimes when they do that, they confuse me. So, beautiful you wants general spirit. All right, I'll take that since it's the first one that came out. Heart space, definitely about love. So if you've been having issues with love or a situation with love, that seems to be the most important one that popped up. Heart space, please. Oh my gosh, all the cards. Heart space. Okay, world, action space. 1 card for the action space. Balance, victory. Interesting. Can we clarify the 2 of Cups? 10 of Cups. So in your headspace, you're either wanting love with a particular soulmate. This is somebody you already know about. This is not somebody that's coming in the future. You either have been thinking about this person or they've been thinking about you or both. But it looks like there's a desire for 10 of Cups, which is a relationship, and happiness, the Sun card. And that's in the headspace, which is good. It's good that you're thinking positively, whatever that is. Can we clarify this world? The Star, hope. Okay, so there's been an ending to a cycle. I don't know if this is somebody you've had a lot of love for and had issues with in the past. This could also be a family member. It doesn't necessarily have to be like romantic love, but you're married. Oh, are you like in honeymoon stage? Because your headspace is just so great. And that would also make sense with the world. It's a new beginning. Can we clarify the Star? Okay, there's hope though. I see that there's a little bit of burdens, and I don't know, with Wands, it could be emotionally or it could also be mentally. And maybe there's some things that you have. Okay, 5 of Wands. I don't know if you guys have had any issue. Maybe all this love is in your headspace because you want to get back to that place where you were. I don't think this is detrimental. 5 of Wands to me is like little petty stuff. Maybe this is just the adjustment period of you guys like are going through currently. I know sometimes a couple years after marriage, there's like an adjustment period, or like right when you get married, this adjustment period getting to how to love. He gets on your nerves sometimes. Well, I see that because these are literally the annoyance cards. And I said that earlier. I think I was like, I feel annoyance. But the 10 of Wands and the 5 of Wands, I think Spirit's just telling you, like, just cut it. Just cut it out. It doesn't need these little annoyances that you got going on. I feel like they might turn into little spats, like little arguments, and they might not last long. But I feel like they're saying like that, even that little bit of energy is just not needed, right? So if you could figure out a way to communicate in a better way, like what's bothering you, because I don't know why I'm getting the feeling that you might not also be the person who is like forthright with your feelings. Like I feel like you like to tiptoe around things because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. And I'm very similar to that. I understand I had to get out of that energy, but things will snowball and become bigger problems if you don't address them in a way that you this is your husband, right? Husband or wife. I don't want to just determine who you're married to, but this is your spouse. This is the person you're together with. You should be able to have a conversation with them. You should be able to tell them how you're feeling without feeling like it's going to cause a problem. You're married. This is what happens in marriage. I'm not married, but I know this is what happens in marriage. So I would say any little thing that's bothering you, Nip it in the butt the second it starts really bothering you. And I don't mean like in a nagging way. I mean like if a situation happens later in that day, sitting down and be like, hey, can we talk about this? Because this really bothered me. And I know that might not have been your intention, but I would just kind of like to combat this in the future. I think spirit is like just saying, just, communicate better. Don't tiptoe around things, because wands is also fire. So if you harbor things too long and you don't say anything, then it snowballs out. And I used to be like that. Like, used to be the worst. So you want to communicate when you're feeling calm, but don't hold off on communicating too long so it doesn't snowball into something bigger. But with that being said, I see victory and balance in your action space, which is fantastic, which lets me know that these little annoyances aren't going to be little annoyances for too long. Positive changes. Yep. So I feel like your communication is going to improve. I feel like you guys are, because I feel like there's things that bother him too that he doesn't necessarily talk about, which you coming to him may help him come out and say those things. And then we have the 7 of Wands, which is just defend your ground. So don't back down. And I don't mean like be a bitch. I mean like if you come to this person and you tell them how they feel and they're just like, whatever, stand your ground. Don't back off because you don't want to create a problem. Like, no, you're gonna be like, look, we're married. We need to learn how to communicate a little bit better. You need to sit down and I need to talk to you. I need to tell you how I feel. And I need you to try to understand the best way you can, because that's what's going to make me happy. And if you have any issues, I want to know what's going to make you happy. So be heard, but also listen, and don't back down from the things that are bothering you, right? Just don't nag. There's a big difference, and a lot of people like get it confused. There's a big difference between nagging and waiting until things are calm. You guys are a good energy to sit down and be like, hey, can we talk about this? I mean, I felt like you had a lot of energy. There's a lot of things going on in your life that wanted to come out, and that might be another reason why you're getting so annoyed by the little things, because there's bigger things that you can't wrap your head around right now. But don't let other things affect you emotionally to where it affects your relationship. And the same being for your spouse. Like, they shouldn't either. So I would definitely sit down anytime you're feeling some type of way and have a conversation. And I do see victory. I do see you guys balancing things out during these conversations. So he doesn't, or she doesn't strike me as somebody who's gonna like go in on you. So yeah, just stop being Mrs. Nice Woman. Stop being the rug, the doormat. And I'm feeling the doormat more in your friends and family situations. I feel like this applies to that too. Like, stand your ground. Don't back down from how you're feeling. Communicate with people, whether they want to hear it or not, because at the end of the day, you're going to feel more relieved. And we're here to work on ourselves, love ourselves, and put ourselves in a better energy. So if you got to get some stuff off your chest, bro, get some stuff off your chest, okay? I hope that helped. Okay. Now I think Sammy was next. Sammy. Yay. Thank you for subscribing, love. Appreciate the support for sure. I actually was a competitive cheerleader for 8 years. Fun fact. That's why I'm so bubbly. I was. Always been a performer, for sure. My body's paying for it now, so I don't know how cool it actually was. Let's see. Sammy wants to know. Let's give Sammy a general. I was a nerd too. I was a cheerleader, and I was also in forensics, which is competitive speech and debate. So I did poetry, prose, duos, and stuff on the weekend. I also started the African American Association at my school, and I also ran track. Girl, I did it all. Do I need healing? Honestly, I've been feeling pretty great. You guys, my really close college friend opened a CBD storefront in Atlanta. So now I've been working for her. So I've been using CBD. And I've been great. Oh, I love sci-fi. Netflix cannot keep enough sci-fi shows on there enough for me. Like, it's ridiculous. Sci-fi, Hulu, and Amazon, I pretty much like binge watched every sci-fi thing I possibly could. It's sad. Yes, you guys, this company, the website is Mind and Body Bar.com. And I have not, but I've been staring at it. So I probably should watch it. Mind and Body Bar is the IG. So if you guys want some CBD, or you can come see us in Atlanta. All right, Headspace. Really? So I recently binge watched like a shit ton of stuff. Lock and Key, loved that. Utopia Falls, which is really weird. It's like a hip hop sci-fi show on Hulu. Loved that. Gosh, what's the show with the twins on Netflix? Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to pull it up because I'm gonna be thinking about this the entire time. Yeah, Lock and Key is really good, and it's based off of the October Falls, I think. October Falls is actually better than Lock and Key. I think it is October Falls. October Faction? Yeah, October Faction. Watch it. It's so good. Yeah, it's a comic. I don't know why I said book. Yes, Lock and Key is a comic book series. But October Faction, and I just watched something yesterday. I gotta think of the name. I've been burning through these sci-fi sitcom shows. It's crazy. So you have the world in your headspace in Victory. Love always comes up for you, Sammy. But I don't know if this is advice or how you're feeling. Okay, maybe this is advice. So we got the world, which is all about ending karmic cycles. And I feel like they're saying the second you do that, you're going to have victory. So there's the karmic cycle that you have to end. And I wasn't quite sure what the karmic cycle was until I looked at your heart space. We got the Page of Cups. This is someone who has love for you, who cares about you, but the love that they're willing to give is so small right now. And it's clarified by the Three of Swords, which is causing heartache, heartbreak, problems. And I feel like that's more so within you, but I think it's also causing this person problems. I'm gonna hold this card for last. And then the action space, I see that there is Five of Cups, spilled milk, like not such a great situation with this Queen of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands sometimes can be a little bit manipulative. With that being said, I was like, I don't know if this is how he's feeling, which it could also be that to you, or if this is advice. And I feel like this is advice. We got the Knight of Swords. The King of Swords is a little bit more tactful in his approach to when he has conversations with people, but I feel like Spirit's telling you need to be a Knight of Swords. If this individual pops up and you have a conversation with them, you have to be very honest and straightforward about how you're feeling. And don't feel like you're stepping on anybody's toes, because I think at this point, Spirit is like, you need to just be fucking blunt, right? And I also feel like they're saying you need to cut this energy out. And that's why in the headspace, we've got the World, which I feel like you might have also been thinking about cutting this out. I understand that sometimes spiritually we can get so connected with somebody that it's really hard to kind of just break that off or like walk away from it. And not saying that if you walk away from it now, it's not going to come back in the future, because there's a chance. I'm not going to be super nice. Good. There's a chance that it could come back, but I don't think it would ever come back until you find your worth enough to know, like, you can't let this person just keep running around you in the way and dealing with you in the way that they do. You got to put up if this person can cause separation and they can walk away, it's your time to pull up that wall and be like, all right, here's the tea. I'm moving on. I've got other things in my life that I need to be focusing on. On top of, I've got other people in my life that I could be having who could be taking the space that you're taking up right now and be a good person for me. I think the key to all of this is getting out there, meeting more people, and not even saying it has to be romantic, but just getting out and enjoying yourself, having fun. I know you're a very hands-on dad, which is freaking amazing, but I feel like you also need to find time for Sammy to get out the house and do your damn thizzle, right? American lingo. I think that you need to start having fun again. And there's so many things that inspire you, so many hobbies that you have that you love. Like, you really need to get out there and you need to try that. Nope, it's not I'll try, it's I'll do. Because I'll try means if it happens, right? When we say I'll try, it's like, I don't know. No, you need to get out. How about you come visit me and Jen in America? That might be a good start. Come see us. We'll show you a good time. Hit up some of your old friends. Go hang out with them. Have a good time with them. But the problem we have, and I'm very much a hermit when I'm going through stuff. I'm very much like to myself. I don't really like to communicate my problems with people a lot. There's very few people that I will talk to about my issues. And I could be home every day if I'm not working. And that was literally me from August to at least like November. So my thing to you is get out of the house. Because if you're in the house, you're going to sit there and you're going to think about all the shit that you shouldn't be thinking about and all the things you need to move on from. Get out of the house, enjoy yourself, travel, go do something that makes Sammy happy. Because you're not going to find your happiness in this Princess of Cups anytime soon. You got to find the happiness in yourself. And I think the reason why this has not come together is because you have not figured out how to love yourself enough to be able to give the happiness to you and from you and not from another outside source, right? And I think it might be a little harder too when you have kids. Like, I don't have kids, but I heard the love that you have for your child is a love that she'll never know. And I feel like for people who love, which Leos love, they're like love addicts. Once you get a whiff of that experience, and then you meet somebody else that gives you a profound experience too, you're like, it's like an addiction. Like, you want that type of love, but you can find that type of love in other areas. So get out the house, go get a drink, go to the pub, right? Like, you're in Europe, you could literally hop on a freaking train and go to a million fantastic places. I think you should hit up a friend and go on a vacation. That's just my personal advice. That's not Spirit's advice, but I think you need to get out of the house a little bit more. And that will, because being in the house, man, I never thought I was the type of person who dealt with depression, but if you are in the house, it doesn't matter if you're the happiest person on the planet. If you don't get out enough, you're going to have some form of depression. And it's not good for your health at all. Mental health, physical health, none of that. So get out the house and have a good time. Parlay. I hope that helps, Sammy. All right, Sid's not here anymore. Sid's not here anymore. Jen, you, my darling. Hugs all the way from the States. Jen. Birthday girl. Interesting. Oh, that's freaky. That's freaky. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to pull a card from this deck from that. I know, but oh wait, I think there's a lag, Jen. I don't know how I feel about that. I think, okay, so quick little story. Ray did DMT. And that's probably another reason why I've been so like in a good space. But when you're in DMT, it's like your body is like, it's so weird. You're just like not in the room. The room just seems so big. Everything echoes and everything like that. And it's like you can hear whispering like, I don't know how to describe it. It's so weird, guys. But I knew it was spirit like talking, and things like that freak me out. I have heard them laugh, but like it's talking about it and experiencing it are two different things. Yeah, my DMT journey was insane, y'all. Let's just say your girl's got insane control issues that she didn't realize she had until she took DMT. I might have to do a video or a live on that at some point. And usually I'm all for being like, yeah, try shrooms, try this, try that, da, da, da. DMT, no ma'am. You got to be prepped and ready for that. It is intense AF. Let's see. Who's been laughing? Who's been laughing? Spirit, what's going on? Why is Jen hearing laughing? Interesting. My intuition's telling me that this definitely spirit guide. A spirit guide could also be a guardian angel. I don't feel ancestor, but I feel like it's somebody who's leading you and directing you. And I say this because we've got the Six of Pentacles in your headspace with the Three of Cups. And I feel like you're hearing the laughing in your head, right? I feel like that is a reminder to you to be more playful and childlike. I feel like there's a lot of stresses that you got going on, and part of that is in this heart space. And I know this isn't G because this is the King of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. So I feel like this is someone who's very materialistic, who's been causing issues, and we both know who that could be. I think this entire situation and the giggles, I feel like is also a reminder of the situation with this person, because obviously your children, but I feel like they're telling you to be more playful. I feel like they're telling you to let this go, the conflict that you have go. And I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like they're saying that. Yeah, because there's hope. It's going to get better, right? So I feel like they're telling you not to focus on that, to relax. So like every time you hear the laughing, it's probably during a time where you're high stressed or you're worried about something. And I feel like it's just a reminder, like to be more playful, to be happy, to choose happiness and joy. Because in this action space, we've got the Knight of Cups with the Sun. And the Knight of Cups to me, obviously, is someone bringing love and action. And playful and more tea. Yes, playful and more tea. Or Jesus juice. Whatever is your fancy. I feel like you're going to have a super happy ending with G, which is fantastic. But I feel like it's taking more time than any of us would expect. and it's taking more time because I feel like he is in a headspace where he wants everything perfect for you because he knows what you've been through. So I think Spirit is trying to say, focus on what you have going on in your present life, like in front of you, which is the action space, what's going on, as opposed to the heartbreak that you felt from past situations and the heartbreak that you feel from certain situations in your life. And that will help you have that hope, right? That to know it's going to get better. But simply, they're just reminding you right now, like, just to be more playful. Because the Six of Pentacles is all about like receiving gifts or repaying a debt or receiving the energy that you deserve. And the Three of Cups is all about love and happiness and celebrations. So I think every time you hear that giggle, be mindful of what you're thinking about beforehand, because that is them kind of reminding you to not take things so seriously. Don't always be so stressed. But I'm going to take one card so we can hear exactly what they want to tell you. Person, spirit, thing that is giggling. What do you want to tell Jen? Dear you, let us ask you. Let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday moment-to-moment experience? Shut the front door. Anyways, moment-to-moment experience, thinking you will find happiness out there someday. So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it can never be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside of you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy. Being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this. So when the time comes, you will be fully free and your joyful being and actions will turn into a beacon of starlight. Starlight, the star card, hope. Look within and be joyful, even for the tears and the loss, for they mean you have lived, really lived, jumped into it all and love every moment. We all love you like crazy over here. Yeah, girl, it's your spirit guides. They're just reminding you to not be so, why so serious? Kay, are you in here? To be honest, I'm not really clairaudient. It happens every now and then. I'm more claircognizant. So it's a feeling that I hear. Does that make sense? So for me, it's hard to feel. I mean, you could feel multiple emotions at once, but it's hard to feel multiple emotions from different entities. So for me, it's just like a one-time thing. Unless those random moments where everybody's spirit guides, like when I'm in a chat like this, they're like yelling at me. There's not much you can do. Actually, I lied. There is something you can do. I mean, you just have to train yourself to be able to tell spirit, like, y'all need to calm down. And it needs to be one at a time. You kind of have to take control of your life, if that makes sense, or control of your mind, your thoughts, or spirit. But it comes with, yeah, you're not schizophrenic. It has everything to do with them just when they realize someone can hear them. So if you're naturally clairaudient, they're going to talk so freaking much. If you just have a specific question, it's $3. But yeah, you have to tell them what's up. Like when I was being visited in my apartment, someone told me, I went to a reader and they told me literally write rules on your refrigerator. So I wrote down a sheet of paper, like, you can't be in my house past this time. You have to be respectful and blah, 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 blah. And the second I put that on the fridge, it might have taken like 2 or 3 days, but the energy started to settle in my house. So they listen. It's just they're excited when they realize you can listen too. Okay. Yeah, Chrissy, I can do a reading for you. What's your question, love? And then it'll be K. Can you post the list for me again, Varsity, so I can see who's on it? Post your question, Chrissy. Thank you for the subscription and the like. I think K might have left. K might have left. I don't know. I think Phantom. You're welcome, love. Yeah, you were after Kay, but I'm not sure if Kay is still here. So you'll go after Chrissy if Chrissy puts her question down. Okay, so what's your question? Danny Phantom. I used to love that show. Oh my gosh. That was such a good show. I see it, Varsity. Okay, Chrissy, I'm going to let you think about your question, and I'm going to take Varsity real quick. And then Chrissy, then Kay, Phantom, and Araceli. Thank you for the old subscribers who have been so patient tonight. I really appreciate you guys. I truly, truly do. Varsity, what's up, girl? Spill it, boo. Speaking of Varsity, you guys, she has accomplished so many great things recently. So hand clap for her. She's getting her career started, especially after all that school. Super excited for you, girly. Whoop, whoop. What's Nino's plans for him and I mean, it seems like the plan is to be with you because y'all are still together. Hey, nothing is worth it if it doesn't come with a little bit of stress, a little bit of hard work. All right, what's going on between you? What is Nino's plans? What is Nino's plans? Headspace, headspace, heart space, heart space. No, heart space, heart space. Action space. That did not feel right. Action space. Knight of Cups, Six of Honors. I don't know if you and him have been having any issues. I mean, I'm not gonna assume that. But I have 2 healing cards in here. So can you clarify the 6 of Swords? Healing over ego. What is that about, girl? Looks like someone's healing negative fear-based thoughts, or maybe even a false sense of entrapment, or it could just straight up be their ego, like Hermit. Okay, so self-discovery. Looks like Nino might have just a little bit of an ego. got a big ego. But looks like he's going into hermit mode right now. Maybe your communications hasn't been as great. We can blame Mercury retrograde. We can just blame the fact that he's going into hermit mode. And it's because he's healing his ego. He's trying to get that shit together. Apparently in his heart space, there's some things going on that you're not even fully tuned into, that you're not fully aware of. He's got some fears when it comes to taking a leap of faith with you because of it, but he does have hope. He's just 8 of Pentacles, moving a little bit slow, really taking it in. Really taking it in. I do, Diva, but I can add you to the end of the list, but you're gonna be my last person of the night. You're gonna be my last person. The 8 of Pentacles is someone who's really like over-analyzing, maybe not in a bad way, but just really analyzing the situation. He might have some issue when it comes to commitment, maybe based off of his childhood, because you have the 10 of Pentacles here. Maybe for him, things were more so like he saw relationships as something that created stability and not necessarily fully looked into the love aspect. Like maybe his parents, they weren't like super intimate. Like he didn't experience a lot of intimacy or see a lot of intimacy in the household. So maybe the construct of relationships he looked at as like, oh, marriage, stability, business, blah, 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 right? It might also be that he was waiting for you to get through grad school before he like fully wanted to commit to this possibility. But like I said, it looks like his ego, which is things, society conditioning, childhood conditioning, it looks like he's really going within trying to heal that in this hermit mode. And then in the action space, we have the Knight of Cups and we have more healing. So it looks like it's healing in your relationship, but also again, just reiterating the fact that he's healing childhood wounds and conditionings. But the Knight of Cups is a card of proposals. So I don't know. It could be that you guys are just balancing emotions right now, or it could be that he's considering, like, he's viewing you as someone who could possibly be his wife in the future. But with this earth energy here, it lets me know that things are still going to just like move along pretty slowly. There's not going to be any quick, fast changes, not from this spread at all that I see. So just roll with the punches, girl. He's being more open with his emotions, probably because he's doing that healing work. He's figuring himself out. And that's good. I think he might be quite like me, where it wasn't a thing to see too much intimacy in the household, right? Like if my parents were doing anything, I just never knew about it. Like not kissy huggy and all that other type of stuff. So for me, even though I wanted that, I subconsciously like blocked that out of myself. It was like, relationships don't need to be all of that, because that's what I saw. But really there has to be a balance. So I think he's just like getting rid of the old conditioning that he has right now and really focusing on getting himself together, because there's a possibility that you are someone he could see himself building a future with, and he just wants to make sure that he is in the right headspace and mind space to make a commitment like that. Yes, Chrissy, you are next. Hey, you're welcome, love. All right, Chrissy, please drop your question. And you guys, please have your questions ready to go, because I'm getting pretty tired and I'm ready to get off of here. So I'm trying to get these last couple of people taken care of. What's your question, Chrissy? Well, first I want to say, love, you shouldn't give up on love. Love is meant for everybody. But when you're in that type of mentality, that lets me know that you're not necessarily ready for someone right now, because there's probably a lot of work that you have to do on yourself before you can align and have somebody come in. Yes, Kay, you are after Chrissy. Have somebody come in. So let's see. All right. Headspace for Chrissy, spirit. Headspace for Chrissy. Do you have anybody coming in love? Yeah. So basically what I was just saying, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So to me, that is it's signifying that somebody will come, but it's going to be slow. And that right there is the main reason why you haven't had anybody come in right now. Love is not going to come to you in a healthy way until you're able to be by yourself. And that's something that a lot of us have had to learn in here, right? Like a lot of us. So you're not alone. But it looks like this Knight of Pentacles is going to come in really slow. So this might be months from now. This could be a year from now. I don't see it happening in the immediate future. But it will be a new beginning with somebody. It might be a little bit challenging, but it will be inspiring for you. The problem is we have the Seven of Swords in the heart space, and that's why it's not coming right now. You are deceiving yourself about the idea of what a relationship is or what love is. I always tell people, and I always tell my subscribers, and they know, they will attest to this. You have to work on yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to figure out what it is you want in love. You have to figure out your boundaries, and you have to figure out how to be happy by yourself. Because the problem with that is when you find your happiness in somebody else, the second they leave or if it doesn't work out, you are going to be broken. And your happiness should never lie in the hands of somebody else. It should only lie in yourself. So yeah, but you have to understand, I'm a very positive person. I'm going to tell you it like this. And I am not one of those readers that sugarcoat it. The energy you're putting off right now just by saying, well, I end up alone. I'm going to end up alone or blah, 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 blah. What you say, your words are powerful. Your mind, your thoughts are powerful. What you put out is what you get back. So if you stay in that energy, it's never going to change, right? You have to start being more positive and focus on yourself. When you focus on yourself, love will come in, I promise you, but you cannot force it. And if someone were to come to you right now with that energy, you would probably sabotage the relationship by feeling like this is too good to be true or this isn't going to last. So you really have to find happiness in yourself. A lot of us are tired of being alone. Like, I haven't been in an actual full-blown relationship for about 3 years now. I haven't even had that many relationships in my life. I've had situationships, but I probably had maybe 2 or 3 boyfriends in my entire life. So, and I'm 29. So I think that you have to get out of that mentality, because I've been I have moments when I'm like, I don't want to be lonely, but for the most part, I've been pretty good by myself, right? What I see here is a lot of mental conflict over love, wanting love, needing love. And that's the energy that is actually blocking love from you right now. Things will change, but you have to change your perspective. You have to be more positive when it comes to that. Let's see. Can we clarify the 8 of Pentacles? So yeah, I think there's a lot of confusion about what you think love is and what you want love to be. And they're saying you need to do more research when it comes to what you want in life and how you want it. Oh, thanks, love. How you want it, right? You really need to start learning yourself better. I think a lot of times what we tend to do, even when it comes to like toxicity or negativity on social media and things like that, we tend to focus on what other people have going on in their life and what they've got and what they're doing. And that is a subconscious way to deflect from going within and dealing with the flaws that you have and the conditioning that you have and the healing that you need to do. It's almost like we run away from healing because it's so hard. But at the same time, what's harder is sitting in an energy that we need to like release, right? I definitely see somebody coming in. So don't be afraid that you're going to be alone. But this person is not going to come in until you do the hard work and you do the healing and you get yourself in an energy where you are finding happiness solely in yourself. Once you do that, this person is going to align and they will come in. But they are a Knight of Pentacles, honey. The great thing is they will commit and they will be a great partner, but this partner is not going to come in until you do this first. So everybody deserves love. Everybody gets love, right? It's just, how do we get it? Don't be mad that you haven't been in a relationship, because there are people who have been in plenty of relationships that still haven't found the person, that have been heartbroken left and right. You are the lucky person who gets to work on yourself first. And you're going to be probably one of those people where the person who comes in is going to be your person. You didn't have to deal with all that bullshit. I think your journey on this planet is to really work on yourself. So the sooner you do that, you can't sleep, girl, get some CBD. That'll help. I'm serious. CBD bath bomb, I'm sleep like a baby. You can't get worried. You can't get worried at all. Hey, high vibration. I'm actually closed the list for the night. I've been on for quite a while. But I will be coming back on again. So definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so I can get a read for you next time you come on. Kay, you're a new subscriber, right? Or are you an old subscriber? Because for old subscribers, I'm not taking personal questions. I'm taking, you have the choice of a general read, energy for the upcoming month, or present or future energy. No problem, Chrissy. I hope that helped. Sending my love, high vibration. I really love your name, so I hope I see your face again in here. Or not your face, but you know what I mean. Exactly, Sammy. It really is. Heartbreak is not fun, bruh. If you can learn the lesson without having to go through that, ooh, child. Okay, so yeah, you have the choice of a general read, energy for the upcoming month of March, or you can do present energy like for right now, or future energy for after March. That makes sense. Yeah, Chrissy, sending so much love. I hope everything works out for you. The sooner you start working on yourself, the sooner your love interest will come in. General read. Bets. I can do that. If I'm not tired tomorrow after work, guys, I'll try to get back on. But I'm not making any promises. The way YouTube is for me now, it's like if I feel compelled, I'll get on. But if I don't, I'm not doing it. Oh, thanks, Sammy. Look, this skincare stuff, I'm not wearing any foundation. Like my skin has been impeccable. So thank you for noticing because it makes me feel great. How does general read for Kay, please? Okay. So headspace, we've got the 10 of swords. We got 6 of swords and 9 of swords. So there's a lot of, I'm going to assume this is about the person that you were just asking about, but spirit is making it about you. They're not making it about this person. So you, let's see. Okay. I feel y'all. I feel that. I feel that. She might not feel that, but I feel that. Come on. 9 of swords. 8 of cups. Cool. So here we go. We've got the 10 of swords. I'm feeling like you and this could be Mac. This could be somebody else somebody you've had issues with in the past. I do feel like it's romantic. But it could be Mac. If you and Mac have had issues in the past, then this is definitely him. Take it as it resonates. Clarified by the 2 of Cups reversed. The 2 of Cups upright is a soulmate card to me. 2 of Cups reversed is either a karmic or not a soulmate at all. So I feel like this person that you're currently dealing with or someone from the past, there's going to be an ending, or that their spirit is giving you advice that you need to end this because it's not necessarily the healthiest of situation for you right now in this moment. We have in your heart space the 6 of Pentacles. This person, whoever this is about, is not reciprocating to you in the way that you need to be reciprocated. This is more of a give situation on your end than a reception or a receptive situation on your end. And I think Spirit is trying to tell you that you have other options that will reciprocate to you in the way that you need to be reciprocated to. They're out there. Let's get another one. Yeah. Stand your ground. Stand up for yourself. 7 of Wands. This this is not, I feel like no love situation you should have to like really fight for anything or stand up for anything. Like you have other options. So please don't be stuck on one person that's not doing for you what they need to do for you. Not worth it. This is a lesson. The lesson's over. It's time to move on. That's why the 10 of Swords, the lesson is over. In your action space, we have the 9 of Swords, right? And it's clarified by the Ace of Cups. You have so much anxiety. And this is what I was telling Chrissy earlier. Y'all, you cannot find anything you're looking for in another person. You just can't. They can't do for you what you can do for yourself. They can't do for you what spirit can do for yourself. If somebody is causing you like problems, like anxious, like you're having trouble sleeping, like different things like that, that's a sign there. That's your intuition being like, give that shit up. If it's meant to come back, it'll come back. But right now, it is fucking up your aura. And you need your aura to be successful in other areas. Get your bag. Get your bag. Get to the money. Get to your career. Get to building better friendships. Get to building better communication between family members. Those are things that you can work on. Those are people who want to give and want to fix and want to balance out things. Somebody who's not, see ya, sayonara, I'm good, I'm straight. You should not be having anxiety over love, especially for somebody who's you're not in a relationship with, period. Period. Let it go, sis. Move on. Spirit says move on towards passion. Move on towards the sun. Keep it going. Yeah. Manifest the bag. I feel like there might be some issues in your career right now, or just you might feel comfortable, but you're not at the place that you want to be success-wise. Become a Queen of Pentacles, manifest that shit, focus on that. Because the second you do, you're not going to be worried about if a guy likes you or not. You're going to be planning trips, right? You're going to be shopping. You're going to be going out with your friends, going to get drinks, enjoying yourself. And you will meet somebody, someone who is vibrating on the same level. You will align with that person. They will come. You are no longer vibrating on the same frequency that this other person was. So it's time to give up. So whether that was about Mac or someone from the past, do what you need to do, boo, because you got options. You just don't realize you have options, and you won't realize it until you cut this energy out. So I hope that helped. Energy for the month of March. March is supposed to be a really good month for people that do the work. Like March and April are supposed to be really good. And then we get, I think May and June are like the times where they're telling everybody just like chill out, because Mercury will be in retrograde again. Uranus will be in retrograde. Saturn will be in retrograde. And Venus will be in retrograde. So it's like not a good time for travel, not a good time for like starting relationships and a whole bunch of stuff. So March and April should be really, really good for the people that have done the work. And then there'll be like a rest and rejuvenation period until those planets are no longer in retrograde. So there's actually a few people that I want you guys to follow if you have social media. And they literally every day kind of let you know what's going on in the planet and the universe. They always reposting other readers and other astrologers and numerologists and things like that. And then on Twitter, that's Instagram, which Dr. Alex is Instagram. Twitter is VK Numerology. He's amazing. He tells you day to day what number of a day is. He's a numerologist. He'll tell you what things are good for you based off your numerology number and things like that. And then there's one more person. I think she's DC Numerology. But if you guys are looking for things to kind of help navigate and like get yourself to the place that you want to be at, it never hurts to follow these type of people. Because yeah, they tell you some really good shit and it will help your day to day. Like I've gotten so into numerology now, that Lucky girl. So yeah, the last two, they're better on Twitter than Instagram, and the first one's better on Instagram. But Witch Dr. Alex is the reason I even know about the last two. So Witch Dr. Alex encompasses it all. But yeah, like helps me navigate my day-to-day. I've gotten so into numerology lately and Chinese astrology. Like I've literally been looking up things that are made in a rat year, because this is not a good year for me. I'm a horse. So things in a rat year that I can avoid and things that I need to do to navigate this. So hello, Desiree. Nice to meet you. My list is closed for the night, love, but I would love to give you a reading in my next live. So please subscribe for sure. Okay. General, or what's going on in March for Phantom? Geez, all the cards. All the cards. What's going on? Headspace for Phantom. Oh, great. Thank you, Desiree. Okay, this came out again, so meant to be. Headspace. Thank you so much for your like and subscribe. I would love, love, love for you to come back and see me. I'm not taking those. That didn't make sense. Okay. There we go. Can we get this last space? Okay. Can we clarify the sun? Like literally all the cards are shooting out. This is why mini readings are so hard for me, because Spirit wants to say so much. And I'm like, can you just focus on one topic, please? Can you clarify the sun? Magician. Okay. Can you clarify the Queen of Cups? Queen of Cups, please. Queen of Cups, please. Three of Cups. Okay. Okay. So in your headspace, I see a lot of freaking positivity. So for the month of March, you're gonna be in really high spirits, which is great, because we have the sun here and it's clarified by the Magician, and you're gonna have a lot of really great manifestation power. So this is the time to definitely be working on things like career and like goals that you have, put action into them. And yeah, I mean, your headspace is great, and that's where you kind of want to start at, because that's going to help you in the end for sure. In your heart space, we have the Queen of Cups and we have the Three of Pentacles. So I don't necessarily see that as love. I see this as friendships and like family dynamics. It looks like if you've been closed off from certain people, or you tend to kind of keep people out of your energy field that you probably need to start to reconcile with, or try to balance things out with, this is going to be a good month to do that. We have the Queen of Cups clarified by the Three of Pentacles, which is all about being a team player and building with people. So I really feel like there's some people in your life that you need to balance things out with, and this is going to be a good month for that communication to be able to do so. In the action space, we have the Eight of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles, which I saw first, and I was like, "Ooh, what's that?" The Eight of Pentacles is all about doing research, and I feel like that goes back to achieving your goals and going after your successes, right? The Five of Pentacles is financial worry, being left out in the cold, like uncertainty, fears around money, all those things. I think that is past energy, and I feel like they're telling you that if you really do the work, which the Eight of Pentacles is all about putting in the work, either doing the research or putting in the work, or all of the above, that there's going to be an ending to that Five of Pentacles situation with the Ten of Swords. So you're going to come out of that financial worry. But that all is going to come back to how much work you put into it and staying in this headspace to be able to manifest that success, right? So if you have any type of career or financial worries, I feel like those are going to start to dissipate in the month of March. I feel like once you balance with your loved ones, that's also going to help you out. But you're in really, 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 really great headspace. Like headspace is typically what trips people up. So I would utilize that energy. I would focus on that. I would try to manifest every damn thing and make sure that you aren't just sitting there trying to call it to you, make sure you're putting in the footwork and the action to do it, because the more work you put into it, the faster I see this financial worry going away, and the sooner I see the balance going. Yeah, love and positivity, exactly. Because I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself spiritually, and it's put you in a place now where you can come back and start to heal situations in your life that you want to heal. Because we always have people that were like, we have to take a step back from, but I think this is going to be the month where all the things you took a step back from, whether that be like goals that you wanted to go to or family or friends, whatever, it's all just kind of going to melt into one. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But you got to do the work, period. But congrats on, because I see no problems with your spirituality. I feel like you've been doing a lot of self-work, which is awesome, which means March and April are going to be really good months for you. So congrats, girly. I hope that helped. You're a horse too, Sammy? Yeah, anybody born in 1990, I think it's January 1990, the end of January 1990 to February 15th, 1991 are horses. I'm basically the cusp. So I just almost made it. You're welcome, Phantom. Almost made it to being a sheep. Yeah. But this is a horse year, which means we're in our enemy year right now. This is the year of the rat. I hate to say this, like literally Kobe died on my birthday too, y'all. He was a horse too. He literally got into a helicopter, and that's how he passed away. And that was shown in his birth chart, because your 8th house can kind of predict how you die. So like if you're not ready to know that, then probably don't look at how you'll die with your 8th house. But his 8th house, I think, was Cancer, and they tend to die in like airplane accidents and things like that. It was the day after the rat year started. And I believe the plane was made in a rat year too. So it was just like the worst combination ever for him. So I suggest really looking into like numerology and really looking into Chinese astrology. I wouldn't suggest Chinese astrology for compatibility, but with others, but I would suggest it for like knowing like what brands you probably should avoid, what cars you probably should avoid. So many different things. Yeah, it's really scary. Like I'm not gonna lie, I looked up my 8th house. I think maybe going through ayahuasca and shrooms and DMT and stuff like that, it made me be like, all right, I'm ready to see. Apparently and my 8th house is in Leo, which those people tend to die in grand ways. Just great. I'm like, I just want to die in my sleep. But those are people that tend to be assassinated or have like freak accidents or just like crazy things. But they also tend to be big household names. So it's like a Malcolm X or Martin Luther King or like a Kobe, but like not in a plane. Leo 8th house also tend to die from lung issues or heart issues. So yeah. But it didn't scare me now. Death doesn't really scare me now, because I kind of know where we go at. Like I feel like I've been there now, especially after taking DMT. I feel like where we go is so beautiful. Like what I saw was so beautiful. What I felt was so beautiful. So, all right, Araceli girl, you've been holding on for so long, boo. You want to drop your question? Do you want a general? Do you want the month of March energy, or do you want present energy, or future, which is after March? Is that what they call DMT, the undiscovered country? I don't know, y'all. I really can't wait to share that story, because that shit was wild. But everything makes sense now. These messages that I get, these signs that I get, they're all amazing. It's so cool. Are you donating for a question? Because if not, you're going to have to get general or March energy or present or future. I would love to do it for you, but I got to be fair to everybody. You want future? So after March? Okay. What's going to go on for Araceli after March? Honestly, let me also tell you guys a big reason. Interesting. Hamlet. Gotcha. Another reason why I did these 3 questions is to kind of curb the fact that people like to ask the same thing over and over again. And I just feel like it's not healthy at all. So if you want to keep asking the same thing, you're going to have to pay me for it. But the questions you need to be asking, I'm going to give you an option to choose from. So, you know, it's about death. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not scared to die anymore. I'm really not. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, but I'm not scared of it. And I'm gonna tell you, one of the things they say about DMT is you feel like you're dying when you're taking it, like when you're taking the hits. And really it's because you lose all sense of your body in a way. So when someone tells you to inhale it and hold it, you consciously like don't remember blowing, or you don't remember breathing, but you are still breathing because you're breathing through your nose. And then they make you take another hit. And then by that time you're like, okay, this is so intense. I can't take anymore. And they make you take the 3rd one. That's when you feel like you're going to die. You're like, do I even have any breath to take anymore? But after that, everything is just like amazing. Yeah, I'm not trying to get assassinated either, but I tend to be a very vocal, and I'm almost like a vigilante. So I can see that happening too. Let's see what's going on in after March for Araceli. After March. Ooh, headspace looking real good, shorty. This is some good shit. This is probably the best spread I've had for anybody today. Can you clarify the Empress? Strength. And the King of Cups. Oh, thanks, Sammy. You're like the best complimenter and like happiness booster ever. This is why you need to get out. Somebody deserves that. Okay? Interesting. Okay, so in your headspace, you're going to be an Empress energy, which is fantastic. That's like the best energy you can be in as a feminine. It just means you're going to be encompassing all of the queens: Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. And wait, I'm missing one. Wands, Swords, Pentacles. You know the other one. What the hell? How am I missing one? How am I like not remembering? Interesting. Mercury in retrograde. I'm gonna blame it on that. But basically, you're gonna they're just saying to keep strong because you're gonna be in an Empress Cups. There we go. Thank you. Apparently, love is not on my brain today. Apparently, I think they're telling you to keep the strength, but remain in that Empress energy. It's something that you can easily fall out of. So that's going to be fantastic for you. And your heart space, this is where I got really confused. I'm like, what the hell is going on? There's a King of Cups here. So if somebody hasn't already come in, if you're not already dealing with somebody will be coming in. But the Ace of Swords was reversed, which the Ace of Swords upright is like a new beginning, a little bit difficult, whatever. But the Ace of Swords upright, maybe it's telling me that this isn't a new person, right? Maybe this is not a new person because it's reversed. But this person's also a King of Swords. So they're coming in to communicate. They're going to come and they're going to communicate some shit. And they're going to come in fast. We've got the Chariot. So that's amazing. You might have someone from your past or someone that you're like kind of almost in a situationship might turn into a King of Swords and really communicate that they have feelings for you. And the Chariot's a good card to me. That's like success in general. So I feel like it might be a good thing. And then in your action space, We have the Four of Wands, which is like a relationship. That's like definitely, it could be marriage, but obviously you're not getting married. Like maybe, who knows? You might get married in like 2 weeks, who knows? But it's a relationship. And then we have the Page of Wands, which is another communication card, but it's another card of passion. So I feel like there's somebody coming in the month of March. And I feel like this might not be a new person. It might be someone who's already in, but things are just a little slow right now. No more friends with benefits. No more. Not in 2020. Yeah, so Six of Wands and the Two of Swords. So I think the problem with this is going to be like, you're going to be the person in indecision. I think you've always kind of had commitment issues. We're like in the same boat, so I understand. But they're telling you that you're going to have victory with the situation. You just have to choose it. You have to choose to want it. And this could be a really, I mean, obviously in the action space, that's a relationship. So I'm not seeing any bad cards. Oh, Spirit said, take a leap of faith. Open your eyes. Right? So trust your intuition, not your ego. I think this person who comes in, you're going to be a little apprehensive. Don't be. This is somebody that's supposed to come in. So it's very interesting. I'm excited to see how that goes. You got to update me. Shoot me a DM. And that's going to be after the month of March. So April. Spirit is too good. But you've been doing the work. Like I said, if you're doing the work, you're going to be rewarded in the month of March and April. So you're welcome. Yes, Diva, you can post your question now. Hey, Kevin, welcome. So my list is closed for the night. I would love to answer your question, but I probably won't get to it tonight. With that being said, subscribe, definitely come back into my live, or you can always reach out to me for a personal. I can do a $20 one spread for you, and we can look deeper into it. But I'm just going to tell you something off my heart and in my claircognizant and in my intuition. If somebody walks away from you, let them. And do the work on yourself. If they're meant to come back, they will. But anybody who tells you that they don't love you and they walk away from you, that's somebody who's not deserving of your energy right now. She's Brazilian. Gotcha, Diva. Gotcha. So I'm sending you so much love and light and energy. And I hope that you can find that love in yourself and the right person, whether it's that person, your wife, or someone else will come in and show you the love that you deserve. You're welcome. Will he be back? Gotcha. I understand. But you know what? Sometimes that love is a projection. It's something you're projecting onto somebody else because you haven't figured out how to get that love for yourself. And this is one of the main lessons that everybody is here on this planet to learn. So learn to love yourself, learn to know your boundaries and know what you deserve. And you will align and the right person will come in, whether maybe she left you because Spirit wanted her to learn a lesson and they didn't want you around that toxic energy, right? So everything happens for a reason. I'm so sorry that happened to you, but trust and believe better days are coming. And the more positive you stay and the more happiness that you create for yourself and you work on yourself, trust and believe that person's going to come in. Will he be back? You're welcome. Will he be back for Diva? Brazilian. I love Brazilians. I love all cultures, to be honest, but my family, like, we're a freaking melting pot. Every race you can think of and every ethnicity that you can think of. And my best friend's actually Venezuelan and Colombian. So I really, really love Latin culture. I'm a big fan of it. And you guys speak Portuguese, which I think is a really beautiful language. Anyways, love you, Jen. I'll talk to you later, boo. Is this person going to come back in to speak to her? Jen, happy birthday. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I forgot to say happy birthday. Anyways. So it looks like the person that this person is with is a Queen of Pentacles, which to me is like never a good thing. Whenever I'm reading for a third party situation, the Queen of Pentacles always is someone who's manipulative, who's materialistic, who's all about show and not really about love. I see that this person, I'm getting two energies from this. The clarifying card is Nine of Wands. I feel like they're telling your friend to not necessarily give up, but there is a big difference between waiting for somebody and giving up. Your friend should do her. Like, she should do what she needs to do for herself. In the meantime, work on herself and just not like don't give up hope. There's hope there. And with that being said, in the heart space is the Star card, which is all about hope and being on the right path. I also get from this first spread with the Nine of Wands that her person is dealing with the karmic, and the karmic is just like they're going through it. So if she thinks everything's going grand with her person and his third party, no, that's not even happening. Like they're going through it currently. So that's something to definitely let your friend know. But that doesn't mean it's time for her to like be waiting for him, because at the end of the day, this person has to heal themselves before they're ready to jump into another relationship, and they have to get rid of the karmic first. So just know that this person's going through it. She's not alone. She's not alone. Can you clarify the Star? And everything that you see on social media is not what it seems, baby girl. I don't know why they told me to tell you that, but if you see things and it looks like they're just doing great, it's a lie. It's a lie. Star. So there's hope. There's hope in the future for a Ten of Pentacles situation with this person. That's a family life. And it will change. Yeah, it's going to change. Things will change, but she can't focus on the change. She has to focus on herself in the moment. The change will come when it's supposed to. But we have the Wheel. So that means Spirit on her side to make a change, to get this to a Four of Pentacles situation. You have our Four of Wands situation. We literally have the Ten of Pentacles with the Four of Wands and the Star card, which is amazing. And Spirit's behind her. And then we have the Lovers. So in the heart space, I know this is what's being wanted, and Spirit is supporting it, right? So right now, things don't look too great because he's still dealing with the karmic, but that they're going through it. And I'm actually going to pull one more card on that one. Yeah. And there's a Tower moment going on, and that's about to end. There's a Tower moment because there's not much reciprocation in that relationship with the third party. So that's going to end. Ten of Swords. When it's going to end, I can't tell you, but it's going to end. So just tell her in the meantime, go do her, live her life. Know that that shit ain't going to last. So don't let it bother her. And then the action space, we have the Balance card. So you guys they really won't balance out until they're able to communicate. So right now, he's finding balance in himself. He's trying to figure out the situation. There's still love here for her, for your friend in this heart situation. So it's just a lot for him. He's got to balance that out. He's got things he needs to cut out first, which is this karmic, obviously, but he also needs to communicate with your friend. So once he gets to a place that he's in balance, he will communicate with your friend. He will come in slow. So now that's giving me kind of a little bit of a time frame. Even after he ends this relationship, it's still going to take him some time to come in because he's got some healing to do. Like I said, he's got balancing to do. And he's probably feeling pretty guilty about some things and knowing that there has to be a conversation about that. And he's not necessarily ready for that conversation. But once all of that is said and done, he will definitely he will commit to your friend. But the issue with that is it's going to start off small and it's going to start off slow. So even once they have that communication, she might feel like he's going to jump into something with her. No, it's not going to happen like that. They're going to talk. They're going to renew a friendship. They're going to build on top of that. And then eventually it's going to get to this heart space energy where they're in a committed relationship. I'm not exactly sure what modified is. There's a chance for that. I would say she'd probably want to book a private with me so we can get a little bit more in depth about the situation. But I think the most important thing she needs to know is that this person modified, changed, this person will build everything again. Yeah, things are going to have to be rebuilt, but they were built on shaky ground in the first place. So you want something now. You want a Knight of Pentacles, because that means he's going to build the foundation before the house gets built on top of it, which the house is the relationship. So tell her, in the meantime, just do you, live your life, go have fun, date. Let him deal with all this toxic shit. There's no reason why both of them need to be in this energy. Let him do what he needs to do to be the man that she deserves. Don't wait, but know that there's hope for better in the future, right? So I hope that helps. That would cause for another question, but from what I saw on the cards, there is a big possibility of that. But yeah, I would just say if she's needing more information, to definitely book a private with me. Hey, Aisha, I'm actually about to sign off, love. I hope that helped your friend, Diva. Definitely send your friend my love. And Aisha, I'm actually about to sign off, but please definitely subscribe. I would love to read for you next time I'm on the live. And hit the notification bell so you can know that I'm going live. On that note, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. On that note, guys, I'm tired and I have to work tomorrow. I think I got everybody who was on the list. Oh, yeah, thank you. I know, Sammy, I missed you. Seriously, you got to come to Miami. Come to America. Let's parlay. I'll fly out there too. We can all do some fun shit in Miami. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much for your love and your support. I appreciate all of you. I hope everybody gets some nice sleep. The last thing I just want to leave with you guys is to focus on yourself. Whatever is worrying you, whatever is going on in your life, it all stems from you, right? So it stems from you either not paying enough attention to what you need, or not listening to yourself or your intuition, or worrying too much about outside sources. So the second you ground yourself and you balance yourself out, trust me, things will start to align in the way that you want them to align. All right, y'all. Good night. Bye.